What's up YouTube? I'm going to show you how to rebuild a nitro engine. This works for every engine. They're all basically the same, at least for RC cars. Alright, first thing you should do is remove your flywheel clutch assembly. Then you want to pull out your carb. Usually there's a Allen bolt that goes in through here. Another piece on the other side. It's just tightened, so you just got to loosen that up. Next, what you want to do is remove your back plate. Make sure you still see me. Alright. You want to remove your back plate. There's 4 bolts that go in here, 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 and here. Just take those out, and then this piece here should just pull right out. Sometimes. Alright. Then you can see all your internals there. You got your connecting rod and crankshaft. That's really all you can see from that. Then down here, these little holes. There's also some more Allen screws down inside there. Stick your Allen wrench down inside, get all of them out, and then it just pulls it off like that. And just so you know, I already had this already taken apart, so it's not like I'm doing insanely fast. Then right here you can see your piston and cylinder in there. Let's rotate back and forth. What you want to do, you can take your exhaust port. There's an exhaust port in right here. Just stick a zip tie or something in there. Stick a zip tie in it, rotate your crankshaft around, and that'll pop your cylinder up. So I'm just going to do that real quick. See, just like that. Pop the cylinder up a bit. So now, once you get your cylinder popped up, you can just grab it with your hands or a screwdriver or something, pry it out, pull it out. So now your piston's in there. It's got a lot of free room now, it can rattle around. So what you do then, go to the back side, pull the piston up, the connecting rod, stick this Allen wrench or something behind it, and you can pull it. You usually want to put it at top dead center when you do this. You can pull it straight up. Alright, so you pull it straight up. That'll disconnect it from the crankshaft. Rotate it back around bottom dead center. Or push it. Alright. Oops, dropped it. Alright, so once you pry that off the crankshaft there, the journal on the crankshaft, see that little piece in there? This one right here? That's the journal. That's what your connecting rod's connected to. You want to just pry that connecting rod off this direction, and then you're able to prop your connecting rod out of there. Just take it on the table or something, or your hand, and it'll slam right out. There's your connecting rod. Here's your engine cylinder. All it should be engine block. All that should be left is the bearing inside here and a bearing here, which I already removed. What you want to do, you can either, at this point, you can replace your bearings, or you can just inspect them, make sure they're not broken. And then when you go to put your engine back together, here, I'll just show you basically what happens inside. If you don't already know, fast forward it a minute, 30 seconds, whatever. Basically, you got your cylinder, your connecting rod here, your cylinder, and your piston. When your cylinder or connecting rod spins around, your piston pushes it up and down, which spins your connecting rod, which basically propels your engine. Right when it gets here, fuel is injected or compressed, then it explodes, pushes it back down. That's basically how an engine works. Alright, so to put your engine back together, first take your connecting rod, shove it through. Come on. Which I'm having trouble with. Just gotta push that in, but sometimes it can be a pain. You gotta get it straight in there though, it won't go in. Because these things are precision to like 1/1000th of an inch. So any tiny bit it's off, it won't work. Alright, you got your connecting rod in there. Basically, next you just take your piston, this skirt right here, it needs to face the opposite of your exhaust, at least on this engine. So you stick your piston in there. You're just going to hook it back on that journal on top. Put it on top dead center, makes it easier. So let's hold your engine like this. Then you can position the connecting rod to the journal. Once you get it on it, you pop it on. See? Now this will spin. Alright, so next, move your engine to top dead center, which is when your piston is all the way up. Take your cylinder, and just so you know, these are all the rebuilt parts. Alright, see that little notch right there? I want to take that notch. There's also a little notch on your engine. See it? You want to line those two up. Just wiggle your cylinder around the piston. Tap it a little bit. Don't hit it with a hammer. Whatever you do, that'll jam it. Alright, see? Now it's in. It's aligned with the notch. The notch is aligned. There you go. Now your engine spins. It's ready to go. Now all you need to do, put your carburetor back on. Well, you should do that last, actually. But alright, so you're just going to put your cylinder back on. Doesn't really matter which way it goes. But some of the bolts are longer than the others. So make sure you know where that long bolt goes. At least on some engines are. You're just going to screw all those back into there. And you'll have that done. Then you're going to put your back plate. Screw those 4 bolts back in. And just so you know, some engines, see that little black strip on there? That's an O-ring. Make sure that that's not gone bad. I'm just going to put that back in there. Tighten those 4 bolts. Then you just put your cylinder back, or carburetor back on. Pretty simple, not much to it. Took me 7 minutes explaining it. It'd take me probably 8 or 9 without doing all the bolts. But that's all you do. It's a really simple process. And don't really be afraid to screw anything up. There's only like 3 or 4 parts. Alright, see you guys.